What's up, everyone? Showcasing this team of Rayquaza, Gholdengo, and Metagross in Master League. In this first battle, they swapped to Dialga from their Galarian Zapdos, and so whenever someone safe swaps a Dialga, I usually throw a Breaking Swipe first, just to make sure that I can either get a shield or get some damage and a debuff to really ensure that I win the matchup with Gholdengo or Metagross, whichever one I bring in here. And so bring in Gholdengo here, able to take out the Dialga as well as come into the next matchup with Zapdos with some energy. So I get to a Shadow Ball here. I'm going to get to another Shadow Ball if they try to farm me all the way down, and so they do. I get to the Shadow Ball, Zapdos is gone. The final mon they have in the back is Tyranitar with Smackdown, it looked like. If it was Bite, I could have brought Rayquaza into it, but if it's Smackdown, bring Metagross into it. So, next matchup, they safe swap Mewtwo, and I need to keep Rayquaza aligned to the Groudon here, but for whatever reason, I think just not knowing what Mewtwo has, what moves it has, I just decided to stay in, double shield, get rid of the thing with Rayquaza, and now I can still realign Rayquaza to Groudon in the end. So I'm bringing in Gholdengo here, basically just farming up a bunch of energy, knowing they're going to swap out to their Groudon. Shadow Ball does, looks like a little less than 50%. They're able to take me out here. They could go Fire Punch and then just farm me down, but it allows me to get to another Shadow Ball, so Groudon's gone, and now at this point I can bring Ray back in and get in a couple Breaking Swipes. I'll get this one off, which will debuff them, meaning I live the Iron Head that they're going to get to here in a second. So I live this, I can get off the next Breaking Swipe as well, and then bring in my Metagross, and they're double debuffed at this point, and so easy victory from here. Even if they have Thunder, you know, they're not going to get to 2 Thunders, it wouldn't kill anyway. If they have Draco, they're just debuffing themselves even more, so in a good spot to just farm it all the way down. No need to throw a charge move there. Okay, for the next battle, it's a Dragonite in the lead. Sometimes I stay in and throw the Breaking Swipe. You win CMP over the Dragonite. Sometimes I just swap straight to Gholdengo, but a lot of times they're running Excadrill in the back, and they try to catch my Breaking Swipe on their Excadrill, which I'm okay with. Rayquaza is actually the best answer that I have for Excadrill, and so if they do that, I just stay in and take out the Excadrill with my Rayquaza. But they don't have an Excadrill, they had a Landorus and a Groudon, so it's Dragon double ground. Meaning Rayquaza can really just go to town here. I'm able to get one Breaking Swipe off, get a debuff, so I live the Fire Punch, get another Breaking Swipe off, gonna debuff them again. And they have to throw a move here too. They can't farm me down with Mud Shots. So they're double debuffed, which means I can bring in my Metagross and I can survive a Precipice Blades. I can survive it and continue farming up to a Meteor Mash, but they actually throw Fire Punch, which makes me think they might be running Solar Beam, and maybe Groudon is their safe swap to draw out a Kyogre and Solar Beam it. Otherwise, I don't know why they would have thrown the Fire Punch there. Okay, so Shadow T-Tar in the lead. This one's interesting. I can't really swap out. Gholdengo, you're doing resisted hexes, but they're doing resisted smackdowns, and so it might have been okay to swap to Gholdengo, but this way I can just align the Metagross and Bullet Punch farm the thing all the way down. So now at this point, with them having a Lugia in the back, Gholdengo is such a hard counter to Lugia. I'm doing super effective hexes, super effective Shadow Balls. There's not a whole lot they can do. I win CMP as well. And so landing this Shadow Ball, I can farm it all the way down at this point, shield the Aeroblast, or what I thought would be an Aeroblast. It was just a Sky Attack, so I can let the next Sky Attack go, farm it all the way down to where I'd be almost to 2 Shadow Balls by the time Kyogre comes back in. And so one Shadow Ball lands, then I land an EQ with Metagross, and that was game. For Zekrom leads, usually with Dragon leads, you want to swap out right away to Gholdengo, safe swap, but I decided to stay in here, get a shield, go for the next move. they're going to have to either double shield right off the bat or let the thing go. And so I'm able to control kind of the back line, but it's a Ho-Oh, which is terrible for me. I got double steal in the back. And I let an Incinerate through right here, which was so bad. So they shield the first one. I almost top left it at this point. I almost just quit the battle, but I got an attack drop as well. I actually timed my move well that time, though, to land a debuffed Shadow Ball. And now Metagross, my only hope is that this move, this Sacred Fire, doesn't debuff me, and I make it to, it does though, and I make it to a Meteor Mash before them. So even with the debuff, though, the Meteor Mash just does just enough to KO them. And then I try to wait a little bit to see if they throw a close combat right away, but they were banking up to 2, which 2 close combats would kill. So thankfully, was able to land the Meteor Mash before the close combats came through, and even debuffed, got the victory there. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. This is a really fun team. It has gotten me from 3,000 up to the 3,300 so far. If y'all have the mons to try it out, it's very fun, very strong. Hope y'all enjoy. Blessings.